Hi team, welcome to today's workout. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get started, I will remind you, please make sure to check in once we are finished today. You can do that just below the video player here. As well, please make use of the stretching video that is also available to you to leave your body feeling nice and healthy and happy. All right, so today's workout, we are going to do 30-second supersets with a core focus. So how this is going to work, we're going to have our superset, 2 exercises that are going to work different parts of our bodies while the other rests. We're going to do each exercise for 30 seconds. Because everything is timed today, you have freedom of weight and reps. You want to take something a little faster, just using body weight, completely up to you. You want to take something a little slower and a little on the heavier side, again, completely up to you. We're going to go through that superset 3 times for a total of 3 minutes. After that 3 minutes, we'll take a quick break, grab some water, and then we'll move on to the next one. I'll show you how to do everything before we even do it. So let's get started. Number 1, we're going to do sumo squats and twist crunches. I'll show you these things, and then we will get started. So a sumo squat, we're going to stand really, really nice and wide with our toes pointed out at a dramatic angle just like this. From here, we're going to keep the weight on the outsides of our feet, and then we're just going to squat down, bringing our bums down towards the floor, pushing up through the sides of our feet in order to stand back up. After that, we are switching to a twist crunch. So twist crunch, we're going to lay down on our backs, knees bent up towards the ceiling for comfort, just like this. From here, what we're going to do, it's a regular crunch, fingers behind our ears, elbows nice and wide. We're going to lift our shoulders up off the floor, squeezing that core at the top, but we're going to incorporate a gentle twist, okay? Side to side, tapping each knee with your opposite hand, okay? So back and forth, just like that for our twist crunch. 10 seconds here, team. We'll get started with our first 30 seconds with our sumo squats. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, remember, today you have freedom of weight and reps. You want to take things a little faster, using no weight, or a little slower using weight. Feel free to do that, all right? Awesome job, team. All right, 10 seconds, switching to our twist crunches. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. All right, twist crunch, we'll switch into those. Here we go, and you're just switching and starting as soon as you're able to, all right? There may be a few things today where there's a bit of up and down. Take your time, all right? No rush, switching into the next one. So up, squeezing that core, gentle twist, side to side, tapping that opposite knee with your opposite hand. 5 seconds, round 2, sumo squats, 3, 2, 1, and switch. All right, switching back. Again, just switching and starting as soon as you're able to. Whoop. Awesome job, team. Stay with me now. All right, 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. All right, back to our twist crunch. Switch, start when you can. Gentle up, squeezing that core at the top. Remember, taking everything at your own pace. You do not have to follow me. You have that freedom of weight and reps today. All right, 5 seconds, round 3, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Whew. All right, final sumo squats here, team. Final round of both exercises, and then we will take a break. Awesome job. 10 seconds. Stay with me now. And 3, 2, 1. All right, final twist crunches, and then we will take that break I talked about. Awesome job. All right, 10 seconds left. Stay with me now. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh. All right, awesome job, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water, and then we'll move on to the next one. All right, take a deep breath with me. Here we go, and in and out. All right, moving on here, team. First exercise, it's going to be an upper body exercise. We're going to do overhead press or shoulder press. After that, we are going to do hip rotations. I will show you both of these things, and then we will get started. So, shoulder press, overhead press, whichever you'd like to call it. We're starting feet shoulder width apart with a slight bend in our knees. From there, weights are going up beside our head, just like this, elbows bent at a 90-degree angle. From here, shoulder blades down nice and low on our backs. We're just going to push those weights straight up over our heads, just like this. All right, up and down. After that, we are switching to hip rotations. So, hip rotations are pretty much exactly the way they sound. We're going to lay down on our backs, knees bent up towards the ceiling. I like to put my arms out in a T shape just like this. I find that helps with stability when you do twist side to side. And what we're going to do, we're just going to drop our knees from side to side just like this. All right, back and forth. Keeping in mind, the higher up your feet are, the tougher these are going to be. All right, so midline, just like I have them now, is going to be tougher than if they're on the floor. Having your feet straight in the air is going to be the most intense, all right? So filling that 30 seconds with the difficulty that you want to, all right? Less than 10 seconds here. We'll start with our overhead press. Let's grab some weights. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3. Awesome job, team. 4, 5. Oh, we don't have to count, do we? Oops. So used to counting. But no, we're 20 seconds in, so we have 10 more seconds left. We're going to switch to our hip rotations here. And 3, 2, 1. All right, hip rotations, switching into those. Here we go. Again, just switching and starting as soon as you're able to. Don't feel like you really need to jump up and down and start right away. Get into the position you're comfortable in and then start. Keeping in mind the higher up your feet are, the tougher this is going to be. Just dropping those knees towards the floor. 3, 2, 1. All right, round 2. Switching back to our overhead press, shoulder press. And doing your shoulder press, you want to try to bring your elbows back to in line with your shoulders. You don't want to drop them too far down past your shoulder line if you can help it. 10 seconds. If you kind of have to watch out of the corner of your eye, feel free to do that. 3, 2, 1. All right, switching back to those hip rotations to finish off round 2. Awesome job, team. Keep going. Excellent job. 10 seconds here, team. We'll switch into our last round. And 3, 2, 1, and switch. All right, final overhead press. Switching and starting as soon as we're able to. Remember to keep your shoulder blades down nice and low as well as you push up. That's going to stop from shrugging up into our necks, which we don't want. Awesome work. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, hip rotations. Final 30 seconds. Here we go. Awesome work today, team. Stay with me now, 10 seconds left. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. All right. Awesome job, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water, and then we'll move on to the next one. Whew. All right, team. Take a deep breath with me. Here we go. And in. And out. All right. Moving on here, team, back down to our lower bodies. For the next one, we are going to start with something called good mornings. After that, we are going to switch to something called mountain climber crosses for our core. All right, I will show you these things, and then we will get started. So, good mornings. You can use a weight for this, or you don't have to. If not, it'll just literally be the exact same kind of movement. So, what we're going to do, we're going to start feet shoulder width apart with a slight bend in our knees. If you're using a weight, you're going to hold it in either hand, just like this. We're going to rest it on the backs of our necks, just like this. Resting, I have my thumbs just kind of rested on the tops of my shoulders, on my traps, all right? We're not craning it into our necks like this, all right? It's just resting there. From there, keeping our gaze forward, weight in our heels, we're just going to hinge forward at our waist, keeping our backs nice and straight. Keep your gaze forward. That will help with your keeping your back straight, all right? So just staring at something in front of you, keeping your eyes on it. After that, we are switching to mountain climber crosses. So a mountain climber cross, this is a plank position on the floor. That being said, if you find that's just a bit too intense, say you're really feeling it in your shoulders, you can stand up, lean against something, like a wall, a set of stairs, a chair. Anything that's going to have you standing up taller is going to make this easier for you, all right? So, a mountain climber cross. We're going to get on our hands and our toes. This is not a plank position you can do from your knees, because we're going to squeeze our cores nice and tight, draw our belly buttons in back towards our spine just a little bit. Then, we're going to drive our knee forward, trying to touch our opposite elbow, all right? Just filling our last 30 seconds with those mountain climber crosses. 10 seconds here, team. We will start with our good mornings. All right, grab a weight if you are using it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. So keeping that weight in your heels. You also always want to keep that slight bend in your knees. That might be a little bit of a challenge, especially as you go to kind of stand all the way up. And make sure you are standing up nice and tall, all right? 10 seconds. All right, 5 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, mountain climber crosses, switching and starting as soon as we can with these. So core nice and tight, drawing that belly button back just a little bit. Awesome work. Stay with me now, 10 seconds. And 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, back to those good mornings. Again, just switching and starting as soon as you're able to. Awesome job, team. Stay with me now. All right, 10 seconds. Then we will switch into our mountain climber crosses. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Whew. All right, finishing off round 2. Core nice and tight. Draw that belly button in. Remember to lean against something. If you're finding being on the floor, it's just a bit too intense. Awesome work, team. Stay with me now, 10 seconds left. Opposite knee to your opposite elbow. 3, 2, 1, and switch. All right, final round. Whew. Switching and starting when you can, no rush. Awesome job, team. Stay with me now. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right, final mountain climber crosses. Switching into those. Excellent job. Stay with me now. 10 seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. All right, awesome job, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water, and then we'll move on to the next one. All right, team. Take a deep breath with me. Here we go, and in, and out. All right, moving on here, team. Back up to our upper bodies for our first exercise. We are going to do chest flies. After that, we are going to do something called dead bugs for our core. I will show you how to do these things, and then we will get started. So, a chest fly. We're going to lay down on our backs, knees bent up towards the ceiling for comfort. We're going to have one weight in either hand, just like this, with your arms straight. What we're going to do is we're just going to lift those weights straight up over ourselves, just like this, up and down, just like so. Keeping your arms straight without locking your elbows, all right? From there, what we're going to do is switching to dead bugs. So, on our backs, what we're going to do here is all of our appendages are going to go up straight up in the air, as straight as you can get them. From here, core squeeze nice and tight, draw that belly button in back just a little bit. We're just going to lower our opposites to the floor, just like so, all right? If you find this is a bit too intense with your legs straight, bend those knees, and then you can just tap your toe on the floor, all right? One way as well, because you are using your opposites, another way to kind of make sure that you are using those opposites is to use some sort of prop. I'll show you with one of my pillows here. All right, if you have something like a pillow, an exercise ball is also great for this. Really anything that's kind of big and kind of soft will work. But what you're going to do is you're going to put whatever thing you're using between your knees and your hands. Then your goal from there is to keep whatever thing you are using in place by holding it in place with your opposite appendages, all right? If you do find not using a prop is confusing for you, try using one and see if that helps you out, all right? 10 seconds here, team. We'll get started with our chest fly. Here we go. Whew. Round one in 3, 2, 1, and go. Awesome job, team. Remember, you're just filling these 30 seconds as much as you want. Awesome job. Stay with me now, 10 seconds. And then we'll switch to our dead bugs in 3, 2, 1. All right, switching to those dead bugs. Remember to use a prop if you need to, all right? Ooh, core squeeze nice and tight. Drawing that belly button in, back towards your spine. Awesome work, 10 seconds. We'll switch back to our chest fly for round 2. And 2, 1, and switch. All right, back into these. Again, just switching and starting as soon as you're able to. Almost there, team. Awesome job. 10 seconds. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and switch. All right, dead bugs. Awesome work. Stay with me now here, team. 10 seconds. Whew, squeeze that core, draw that belly button back. And 3, 2, 1, and switch. All right, final round here, team. Whew. Again, just starting whenever you can. Keeping those arms nice and straight without locking your elbows. Awesome work. Stay with me now, your team. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, dead bugs. Final 30. Awesome job. Stay with me now. 15 seconds, and then we will take a break. All right, 5 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. All right, awesome job, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water, and then we'll move on to the next one. Whew. Whew. All right, team. Take a deep breath with me. Here we go, and in and out. All right, moving on here, team, back to our lower bodies. For our first exercise, we are going to do something called afterburners, all right? This is a variation of a squat. After that, we are going to do flutter kicks for our core. I'll show you how to do both of these things, and then we will get started. So, an afterburner, variation of a squat. So we're going to start doing just a regular squat. Feet are shoulder width apart, toes are pointed out at a little bit of an angle, hinging from your knees and your waist, keeping your weight in your heels. You're just going to drop yourself down into a lowered squat position just like this. Then we're just going to pulse up and down at the bottom, all right? That is an afterburner. The slower you do this, the tougher they are going to be, all right? So completely up to you, the level of difficulty that you want to do. After that, we are switching to flutter kicks. So a flutter kick, we're going to start laying down on our backs. We're going to put our hands under our bums for support around the tailbone area, all right? From here, legs are going to be straight. We're just going to kick up and down just like this, all right? Keeping in mind that the higher up our feet are from the ground, the easier they're going to be, all right? So core squeeze nice and tight. Feet being down by the ground is going to be much tougher than if they are up in the air. If you find having your legs straight at all is bothering, say, your lower back, modify them. Bring one knee up towards your chin, or chest rather, other leg straight, and you can kick those feet back and forth. Keeping in mind, again, the closer your feet are to the floor, the tougher they're going to be, all right? Less than 10 seconds here, team. We'll get started with our afterburners. First round in 3, 2, 1, and go. Awesome job, team. Keep going. Afterburners are a tough one. You've got this. 10 seconds. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. All right, switching to our flutter kicks. Switching and starting when you can. Make sure to put those hands under your bum for support. We're just kicking those feet up and down. Awesome job, team. Stay with me now. Nice work. 10 seconds. We'll switch back to our afterburners for round 2. 3, 2, 1. All right, switching to those afterburners. Whew. Again, just switching and starting as soon as you're able to. All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, oh, switching to those flutter kicks. Oh, afterburners are no joke. All right, hands under your bum. Here we go, just kicking those feet up and down. Switching and starting whenever you can. Awesome, 5 seconds here, team. Then we'll start our final round. 2, 1, and switch. Oh. All right, final round of the day, team. Awesome work. Whew. Again, just switching and starting when you can. Awesome job, team. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, final flutter kicks as well. Keep those hands under your bum. Here we go. Awesome job, team. Stay with me now. 5 seconds, and then we're done. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, all right, that is it, team. We are done for the day. Whew, thank you so much for joining me. I always appreciate you being here. Now that we are finished, please remember to check in. You can do that just below the video player here. As well, if you feel comfortable with it, I would love to see your sweaty selfie on social media. You can tag me on both Facebook and Instagram at M12 Fitness Liz, okay? Awesome work today, team. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.